Hello and welcome to another BlenderWiz video tutorial. In this episode of the 1957 Ford Thunderbird series, we're going to do a bit of cleanup on the car. The cleaning is important because it makes it a lot easier for us to work on the body later. It also makes it a lot easier to add details. Before we dig into the body of the car though, we're going to be working on the bumper and making that look better. Last time we left it, it looked a bit thin and something seemed a bit off to me. Then we are going to be giving the hood the appearance of depth. Right now it looks kind of thin and more like a sheet of paper. After fixing the hood, we're going to work our way back to the door. While we are doing this, we're going to be cleaning up the fender and also inserting the panel that goes in the side. Finally, if there is time, we're going to create the little bezel that goes around the headlamp. Okay, so let's get going on the bumper. So looking from side view, don't know how well you can see this, but we need to pull this back a little bit. It should be a little bit more curved, so something a little bit more like that. I want to change how it flows a little bit. So I'm just going to delete these bottom vertices. I may be re-adding them very quickly, or very soon anyway. So let's just try something here. Not really sure how I want to go about fixing this. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just evening the bottom of the bumper out with the bottom of this lip. So let's see, I think I only need one loop cut in there. Maybe I need two. One more. And then 2, 3, 4. That looks good. Let's just bring that out a bit more. Kind of want to bring this back a little bit. Let's bring these guys down. I want to edge slide. Right like that. And we can pull these ones back a bit more. Let's go ahead and grab this guy down there. Okay, something like that. Let's take this one there, pull it in along the Y. So basically what we're just doing is, I didn't mean Y, I meant X. There we go. Basically what we're doing is we are just giving it a nice curve so it's not so sharp and boxy anymore. So let's just kind of fill in the bottom here. So like so, and that should be good. Cool. And now we need to put in some stuff for a turn signal, like so, and another loop cut there. And now we can just pull this one back. Sharpen it up. There. Now we have a nice hole for a turn signal in our bumper. Right up here you'll notice that we start getting these funny creases if you look from far away. That's just because we have too many vertices in too small an area. So let's just merge all these. So let me get screencast keys on. Okay. And then if I merge this one like that, to merge them you just hit Alt-M. So select one, select the other. I'm just using it last, but it is fairly intuitive what these all are, what they all mean. Let's go ahead and pull these ones. Okay. I wonder what collapse does. Nope, not what we want. Yeah. That is why we have to go one at a time. Okay. Almost there. There we go. So that's a little bit cleaner. I kind of want to delete these vertices here. Okay, and then we will actually just import a circle. This says that we have 7 vertices here. So I'm just going to hit Shift-S, cursor to selected, Shift-A, create a circle, change the number of vertices from 32 to 7, scale that, or turn off clipping, scale that down, rotate it along the x-axis by 90 degrees, and scale it, pull that out to the tip. Let's just create that shape here. Okay. This could be a little bit difficult right in here, but I think that we are going to be okay. Just as long as we can get everything to kind of even out nicely. And let's just set this to smooth. Okay. There we go. So that's looking a bit better. Yeah. Cool. So that looks pretty good. I think we should probably think about closing off the back side here of the bumper. So just pull that in like so, and create a face along the top. And we have another loop cut here to put in, unless there. That should be good. Oops. And then There. Good enough. For now. And I'm just going to pull that in. Okay. Let's take these back vertices here. I'm going to hide the body for right now. Take those vertices there. Let's just drag them across. Gonna put in a vertice there. There. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so in this next little bit, let's go ahead and fix up the hood and start working our way back on the car, or working our way back along the side of the car. So, what I want to do is, this right here is looking a bit sharp, or quite a bit sharper than I would like. It looks like the hood is not thick at all, and that's kind of because it doesn't have any thickness. So let's go ahead and fake that a little bit by giving it a nice edge. And you just select around the side. So you select the perimeter. Here, I'll show you how to do that again. So holding down Shift and Alt, if you right click one of the edges, it will select everything along that edge, and just select around the perimeter. And then if you hit E and then Z and then drag down a little bit, you can give it the effect of having some depth. So I'm just going to put in another loop cut there just to sharpen things up a little bit. And then around the perimeter for the outside, or the fender part, I'm going to do the same. Okay, and that will just make it look like there are two pieces of metal that have thickness that are coming together instead of two pieces of metal that don't have thickness. So yeah, that should be good. Let me hide some of those normals. Okay, let's make sure that the hood is good. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have screencast keys on, but they seem to record mouse motions, and I don't think that's good. So I think there might be a bug in them, or a bug in that. Anyway, so let's take a look here. I don't like this area right in here. I think we've got a little dip where there shouldn't be one. Let's kind of pull this up here. I think I want to get rid of some of this topology in this area. So yeah, that looks good. Okay, and just going to pull this across like so. I might not want to be doing this, but we'll see in the future. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. We're going to have a nice crease along here, so let's see how far forward that goes. That could give us some trouble. Maybe not. We'll be able to deal with it. I think we're going to want to have a triangle in right about, I think this one right here should have a triangle. That way you see how we kind of have a, we need to move this around. We'll deal with that later. Okay, so let's go ahead and start framing out this little panel here. So just pull that, line it up, kind of like we did for the bumper. Let's just pull this down, pull this one up. Okay, take this face, pull it back along the x-axis. Okay, and I'm actually just going to take the edges along here, not up on top so much, just along the side. And let's see, yeah, that should be good enough. Let's just line these up with the door. Okay. Okay, that's good enough for now. Now we're going to want to sharpen this up here a little bit. This one up here a little bit. And now let's go ahead and set the shading to smooth. And now this corner here is a bit too sharp, so we're going to have to get rid of some of the topology in there. But first, let's go ahead and make the cover. Actually, before we do that, there we go. And now I want to try making that curve line up a little bit better with the curve on the car. So just pulling that in and then going along and pulling that down. There, that looks pretty good. Okay, now let's just take that inner side, duplicate it, bring it out along the x-axis a little bit, go back into side view mode. Let's go ahead and hide the side of the car so that only this is, or our panel is showing. Because now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and fill out this panel like so. Okay, oops. And then let's go ahead and unhide our fender. What we want to do is we want to do the same thing that we did for the hood. I selected the wrong edge there. Let's go ahead and hide the body again. Just make it easier to select. Okay, now if we select that panel and hit smooth shading, we have a nice panel in the side of the car. So that looks pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and hide the body now. We need to figure out what we're going to do with this extra topology in here. I'm just going to go ahead and merge these like we did before. Last. Ooh, this isn't pretty. And this is why I decided to wait on creating that crease, because we're going to be doing a lot of weird stuff to the body here. So let's go ahead and delete these faces just so that we can work with something a little bit nicer. Oh. And actually what I might do here is, instead of having this rotate there, I'm gonna have it come out. Not like that. Delete that face. There we go. Whoa. Like that. That way we can have this nice rim around the edge of our windshield. So I'm just gonna tighten that up a bit, like so. Okay, that's looking good. Let's go ahead and figure out what we're gonna do with this nice gash or hole in our car. Okay, so we want to tighten this up. Not liking these vertices in here. Let's hide our panel. Okay. Just let's pull that across maybe. Line these up. I think right in here, the best way to deal with this, get rid of it, we're going to want another edge loop right in there. How are we going to deal with this? So we don't want a sharp edge here. We just want to wrap this guy up a little bit. There. That's looking pretty good. Okay. Well, we're running out of time already. Could have probably gotten a little bit further on the car, but like I say, all of this detailing takes quite a bit of time, and you can spend hours and hours doing it. So, yeah. Sweet. There. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull these ones back again. Want a nice edge here, like so. Okay, so yeah, I know it doesn't look like we got that far, but we did do quite a bit in making it look better. I think we have enough time still to just do a little bit of work here on the front, because we have our hood kind of, our bumper not really meeting up, and that doesn't look so great. So let's just go ahead and fix that a little bit, like so. This still doesn't look quite right. Let's work on this a little bit more. So this edge kind of needs to be embedded a little bit more, pulled forward. Then that needs to be pulled back. And then if we just pull this one over a little bit more, that should be good enough. Eventually, we are going to need to give this a nice lip on the front. We might still have enough time just to do this front collar on our light. Okay, so I'm just going to take this, Shift D, not in there, that outer rim, Shift D, just bring it out, then just outline it like so. Let's go ahead and hide our vehicle there. So that looks good. Take that forwardmost area, bring that in, pull it back. Let's see. Actually unhide our thing right now. Take that loop there, duplicate it. Let's take both of those, hit P, and separate it by selection. That way we can have a little bit more control. Let's hide our car there a little bit again. I want to take that, scale it in just slightly, and then take these outer vertices here, hide them, because what we're going to do is very quickly fill it in and get a nice collar around our light. Set that to smooth, unhide that. Let's go ahead and delete some of these vertices in here. Let's unhide our collar. Put a loop cut on there like so. Let's loop cut the inside, loop cut the outside. Okay, so I think I want to poof the inside up a little bit more. Let's just scale in a little bit. Take that, scale it out a little bit. Let's pull this forward, so come on. There we go. That looks good. Maybe slightly too big. Okay. So we have now created a nice cover for our headlights. We've created a little side panel here in our fender. and we created a bumper. Or we fixed our bumper a little bit more. Next, we're gonna keep working back, keep working on the door, probably try to put this crease in this side here, and really not looking forward to working on the back because it's got a lot of crazy stuff going on. I mean, you got this nice sharp wing kind of sticking out at a strange angle, and it pulls out from right over the handle. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any suggestions for future tutorials or what I could work on to make these ones even better, please let me know in the comment section. If you dislike this tutorial, please let me know why. It doesn't help to just press the dislike button and give no other feedback. If you did enjoy the tutorial, please spread the word, like it, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.